everybody, welcome back to Blessed Performance YouTube channel. You're on the Blessed Performance YouTube channel in case you didn't know that, okay? Spot on every damn time. I get a lot of questions about growl versus whistle. Which one do you like? Which one are you gonna enjoy more? So I've been trying to get time to make this video for a long time. Now's the time. I have a 13 blade turbo on here. I think it's on the way out. It smokes a little white once in a while, and I know it's got brand new injectors. So, we're gonna swap this out with the KC Stage 1 Gen 2 Jetfire 10 blade in the long run. But first we're gonna show you what 13 blade growl sounds like, 13 blade whistle, 10 blade growl, 10 blade whistle. I wanted to take just a few minutes and talk about what you can expect from each one of them. Okay, so growl is forcing the veins open. So when you look at your monitor, and if you go back into our videos, you'll see how to do that, okay, how to set it up. VGT duty cycle commanded. Now you can only see commanded. You cannot see what your turbo is actually doing. These do not have a vein position sensor. So when it's commanding 0.15, that means the veins are open. It should be open as much as it can be, and the truck should have more of a rumble tone to it. Now if it's commanding 0.85, that means the veins are closed, force closed at idle, and it'll have more of a whistle, but a 13 blade sounds more like a vacuum, I think is what people say. We're gonna show you guys what it sounds like. So is there a performance gain? Realistically, no, but there is some gains to either one. Obviously, anytime you're playing with the turbo, you're gonna have some. The whistle, because the veins are force closed at idle, as you roll into the throttle, the veins are gonna move like they're supposed to, but they're already closed, so it's gonna spool faster. That's gonna give you just a tad bit of throttle response over a growl. I'm talking it's minimal, but it's there. Growl, realistically, is gonna be a little more smoky. And that's the best way to put it, because the veins are forced open, so as you add fuel, there's no turbo, the turbo's not spooling, so it's going to be a little more smoky. I don't really recommend the growl on the toe tunes, and here's why. When we do our toe tunes, we have, for the 6.0s, we're forcing the veins closed to give you guys sort of an exhaust brake. Is it a true exhaust brake? No. These don't have rocker arm holders on top of the rocker arms to hold the valves closed, just like a semi does. That being said, even a couple extra PSI of turbo exhaust braking can do a wonder when you're towing a heavy trailer down a mountain. When you go with whistle on a toe tune and you're coming to a stop, the exhaust brake never stops. It goes all the way down to that 700 RPMs, which is you sitting at the stoplight. So you're always going to have that whistle, always going to have that exhaust brake, which is nice. So I recommend the whistle on the exhaust brake, whistle on the toe tune. I also recommend on the street tune because it's nice for when you're around town. It spools really fast. Now the extreme tune, that's where I usually put a growl on. I'm not gonna lie to you. Or if you're just like the sound of your whistle, run whistle on all of them. If you like growl, run on all of them. We're not saying you have to. I'm saying that's the advantages that I see. When folks ask me what is the difference and what advantages you can see, there's no power on the top end gains because by the time you're on the top end, guess what? It's not idle. This is only commanded at idle. That's it. I recommend the whistle on the toe tunes and the street tune and growl on the extreme tune just for the fun of it. Now, I'm not going to show you guys the whole changing of the turbos process. This is more about the sound than swapping a turbo. We're going to use a KC Stage 1 because obviously we love KC turbos. Duh, I think you guys all know that. We talk about them all the time. The Jetfire should make this thing with stock fuel run absolutely amazing. It's got brand new stock injectors for those folks that follow along our social media. Got brand new stock injectors because this thing sat for a year. My own busy life, I just didn't have time to work on it, and I'm willing to bet a fuel plate spring broke in cylinder 5 and 3, I think is what the really bad ones were. They were shooting flames out the exhaust, okay? We were overfueling just a tad bit, okay? There's the air compressor again. So now we've got the growl tune loaded on here. So we're gonna go back there, we're gonna start it up, and we're gonna let you guys hear what it sounds. Don't make fun of the white smoke, I promise you. I'm 99.9% certain it's because the turbo's just on its way out. And driving around town, I can feel like the turbo's on its way out. The warmer it gets, the more it smokes. Maybe it's still cleaning some junk out of the cylinders from that one. Needless to say, that's really not the point of the video. If the white smokes, the white smokes. Life goes on, okay? We're gonna show you guys what it sounds like for growl. Then we'll load in the whistle on the 13 blade. So this is gonna be the 13 blade growl first. Then we'll go to 13 blade whistle. Then I'll throw a few wrenches, drink a few beers, change the turbo, and then we'll do 10 blade growl and 10 blade whistle. Okay, Okay, here we're gonna go with 13 blade whistle, alrighty? Here, it sounds more like a vacuum. This is the 13 blade. 13 blade turbos, same factory, from 04 and a half to, from 04 to 07. We're going to swap it out for a 10 blade mix. You guys can hear it. It sounds like more like a vacuum. It's not, I think it rumble, it's 13 blade sounds better, but in a tow aspect, this is going to give you a better exhaust break, which is nice. Okay, so first of all, if you guys look, it's soaked in oil right there. That means that this guy's leaking some oil out of here. So if you guys look in there, I'm not going to be able to count every last one of those. Well, I'm sure you could. Pause this and count. There's 13 blades there. So this is a 13 blade turbo, just so you guys understand. Now this is the 10 blade. If you hit pause, you can count that if you would like to. Needless to say, that's the difference in your whistle and growl. And obviously this turbo was not happy, to say the least. I'm not surprised. 5,000 RPMs, full throttle, with extra fuel and some, some flameage going on. That means the flame was coming from the cylinder through the turbo and out the exhaust while it's sitting outside the shop. That's pretty cool. All right, now we're gonna get putting the new KC in. I'm gonna go wash up so I don't dirty up my brand new turbo. Not like it matters. That being said, we're not gonna powder coat that. I'm not gonna wait for that. We're just gonna drop it in there, and that'll be a brand new KC 10 blade in there. And then we'll fire it up and let you guys hear what it sounds like on that. All right, guys, so we got our brand new KC Stage 1 Gen 2 Jetfire in here. That looks beautiful in there. Ooh, all pretty. Yes, sir. That's our wire loom. Here's our air deflector. If you didn't know, we have these in stock and ready to ship. They bolt down right here. Check out our other YouTube video. And go check out In the Shop's video installing this bad boy and installing a one-piece cold side. Matt, why don't you have a one-piece cold side on this? Well, it's not a race truck. Number two, we only have none kits left as of today. They're on the way. They're en route to be shipped here. So our manufacturer shipped them out last week. So we'll get them here. We'll do the final touches, and they'll be ready to go. But we didn't have any when we put this truck originally together. So that's why. And honestly, it's not a race truck. This is a Stage 1 stock turbo, and it's never going to go anywhere else. And I'm not putting any more into this truck. I don't know how long we're going to own it. We might own it longer than. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, this did have the factory good cold side on it, okay? So, like, that was a win. So we just cleaned it up, powdered it, and made it look nice, and it's gonna work just fine for what we're doing with this truck. Shout out to McGuire's. I know this is not, nope, we don't sell this. You can buy it at your local auto parts store. Hyper dressing. If you are like us and retarded sometimes, just playing, we're not, but if you overfill your coolant system, or you just have the dreaded coolant, extra coolant gases going on, or you spill some coolant in your engine bay when you're filling the coolant system. It is always very difficult to get the coolant off. And then when it's burned, it's even worse. This gets it off. This is the only thing I've ever found to get it off. Plus it goes through and it reshines up all your plastics, your black plastics in here, makes it look really nice in here. And it's great on the interior to top it off. If you guys are looking for what we use in our shop, nope, we don't sell it. Don't ask me to sell it to you because I'm not going to. You can go to AutoZone or any of your local auto parts stores, and they probably carry McGuire's detailer. Go on their website and get some hyper dressing is what we use. It is absolutely the best engine bay detailing stuff we've found to date. I just wanted to bring that up because that's how I have people ask us how do we make our engines look so nice, and it's this right here. We've got the 10 blade Growl loaded, okay? So we're gonna show you guys what that sounds like. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Open door. There's your growl. Sounds like a non-VGT swap. That's literally what it sounds like. Okay? Non-VGT. You hear there's just a little bit of whistle in there because you can never fully open the mains. You can't go to 0%. 0.15 is as much as the mains can open, and 0.85 is as much as they can close. So you can hear just a little bit of whistle in the background there. Okay? All right, guys. We got the whistle loaded. Now we're gonna load it up. Adam, go back there, and I'll fire it up when I see you around the corner. The phone's gonna get, the little phone camera's gonna portray the whistle loud enough. And they might have an EVP issue. But if I roll into the throttle and I get it some RPMs, it really makes that turbine wheel whistle like nice and strong. So I'm going to take a look at some exhaust background and stuff. I have another video explaining what's happening and how to diagnose the exhaust background. You can clearly hear it's whistling some all the way in, and when I rev it up, it's making it stronger. Okay? So if you can imagine this when it's cold and it's in high idle mode, it's just going to screech. Like I said, whistle's going to make it spool faster off the line. It's good for an exhaust brake is what's nice. Growl is going to make it spool a little bit slower. It's probably 1/10 of a second, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like dramatic amount, but it's going to help. It's going to be noticeable. So it's something you got to think about and base it around your tune. Now, when you order tunes on our website, where it says special requests, you can type in there and say, I would like whistle on my toe tunes, growl on my street tune, growl on my extreme tune, growl on all of them. You can select that's an option. Either way, you have the choice to select or tell us which one you would like built into your tune. If you want multiple into different tunes, you can do that as well, just so you know. Couple little tech tips here. EVP is right down that bad boy.
Right there.
On the 03s, it's moved over a little bit. It's right here. 03, 04s are right here, okay? On the thermostat housing. The EVP is what controls that bad boy. Everything. If you are having a situation where it's not whistling as much as it's supposed to, I'd highly suggest you pull that exhaust back pressure sensor and clean that tube out. Clean it. Do not use your SCT device to try to measure that. We're working on getting that fixed. I'm working with SCT to make us a new 6.0 Ultimate monitor for our 6.0 guys. On a 6.0 Power Stroke, you can see VGT duty cycle commanded. You cannot see what it's actually doing. So, say you have a situation where your EVP is reading good, your barrel's reading good, your map is reading good. You see that it's commanding 0.84, 0.85 VGT, so it's closing the vanes at idle, but you've got no whistle happening. That's most likely a stuck unison ring. Vice versa, if it's supposed to be growling and it's not, that's most likely stuck unison ring. There are some strategies that command a vane sweep. Personally, I think it sounds pretty cool. Can we give you vane sweep? Not always. Some ECMs don't accept it. You can request it, we can try, but it's just literally a roll of the dice if your ECM is going to accept it. That's what we've learned. We really appreciate you guys' support. Be sure to hop on the website, pick yourself up a KC Stage 1 Gen 2 Jetfire 10 blade. Sounds amazing. If you notice, the Jetfires do sound a little bit more hiss than whistle, and that's the Jetfire design. Now, if you go to an S2R, those guys are nice and hissy, if you will. They don't whistle as much because of the design of the turbine wheel, but they certainly spool like a rabbit out of a hole that you just shot at. I promise you that, okay? They spool like that. They're absolutely amazing. Hop on the website, pick up one of those bad boys, grab yourself, your whistle or your growl, whichever one you would like. I hope this helps some folks when they're shopping our website and trying to decide what they like. That would be the ultimate win. And if you have any questions about it, feel free to pick up the phone, give us a call, 1-800-577-2698. Shoot us a message on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. We have them all. Go check them all out. Obviously, this is YouTube. Check out all the videos. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow. We really appreciate everything you guys do for us. Until the next one, have a blessed day.